Okay, so this is the second video. Like I said, I'm going to send over video one separately, and that pretty much encompasses all the changes on the homepage. Uh, Back to the PowerPoint presentation. So we've essentially covered the homepage now and all the changes. Actually, no, we haven't. There is one other thing. So once you've readjusted the order, on the on mobile only, you see and again, you can see here, make phone icon bigger. On mobile, this is a lead for them. This is a lead generation. This is a call to action for Port Energy, but it is very, very small. So we made the recommendation of making it bigger, so it's not as small. So maybe as big as maybe the logo. So yeah, and that only really needs to exist, I think, and can only exist on the mobile. So if you can make that change as well to make this image bigger, awesome. So the next page then is the savings page, which you can find somewhere. Yeah. So in how it works, go to savings. Wait for that to upload. Awesome. So this is the current savings page. Okay. And you can see this here, that this reflects this. Okay. Same thing applies. So what we want, again, form at the top of the page. You can see how I've tried to make it look more like the page. It's see-through, but it's a little bit light blue. Again, the design is how you want it. I think on the original one, it was much darker, so it was easier, but this is obviously a lighter banner. So form, again, like the homepage at the top of the page. And we thought it might be good to make this font bigger. So you can see here, add font to the top of the page and make the font bigger. So add this font, make this font bigger, and also adjust the dimensions. So at the minute, you can see this takes up so much space from the bottom to the top. And what we want to be able to do, could you crop this? So could you crop this so that it's not taking up so much space? So again, dimensions, I guess we can discuss, but I would say if you look at it, I've chopped off her feet and chopped off some of her arms. So same thing, chop off some of her arms, chop off her feet, and that mean, rather than so that at least this image takes up less space. So we have some of the text. So to reiterate, format on the banner, crop this so it doesn't take up so much space, and then increase the font. Okay. Ignore this. Just focus on these three changes. Then, so move the numbers up to the banner. So we've got these numbers here. Can we move this so that it's here? So it starts here rather than being halfway down the page. Okay, so move that up. And that's it for that page. Then how it works is if you click on how it works, it'll take you to that page. Come on. So again, you can see the page current, how it works, exactly as it looks. Okay. Again, same thing, add the form to the top of the page. Again, needs to replicate the home page. Adjust the image so it takes up less space. If you remember, we said crop. Can we do the same for here? So we crop because you can see this image takes up all of this space and we don't need all that space taken up. So if we can crop this so that it's more landscape and less of a square, and again, make the font larger, but only because this font is pretty small when you look at the whole image. So maybe make this font larger, but again, only if it makes sense with this form. One thing to point out that I didn't mention is you'd have to remove this free pool inspection circle as well on every page. So when you click on that, it's supposed to take you to the bottom of the page or the home page, but it's very, very poor user experience. So you would need to remove this. You'd need to remove that because you're adding a form to the top of the page. So you don't need that button there. That button's supposed to take you to the form, which it doesn't really do a very good job of. Okay, so again, reiterate how it works. Submission form, font if it makes sense, crop the image. Okay, energy management. First one in the navigation. Come on. Again, same. This is what it looks like. Energy management. This is what it looks like. Same thing again. Exactly the same thing. Want a form there. Adjust the font if it makes sense and crop. We've cut his head off there. Oh yeah, his thingy. So yeah, so you can see how his hand is here, but we've just cropped it. We've cropped it so you can't even see his hand because we want it to, again, take up less space. So same thing again. You need to remove this. You need to remove this. You need to remove this as well. Form here, adjust the font, crop if you need to. Sorry, and crop, but only change the font if you need to. Smart automation, it will be very similar. So again, you can find that in the navigation. Current page, add form to the top of the page, adjust the dimensions again so it takes up less room, adjust the font if you need to. So I think that you're going to be making this change, the change to the template, which will crop the image for every single one of them, make sure it looks okay, but you're going to be doing the same thing pretty much across these pages. So smart automation, it's not. Let's check, make sure I got enough time. Okay, I've got 3 minutes. Yeah, so smart automation, crop, form, remove, and then adjust the font if we need to. Advanced water chemistry, again, same thing. Remove this, add the form, and then I adjust the font, and again, crop. Blog pages, this is where it gets a little bit different. So when you go onto the blog itself, God, the internet. Okay, cool. And you go into an article, they get most of their traffic to their blog pages. I mean, it literally accounts for 65% of the traffic. So what we want to do, someone hits this page, we want you again to remove this, and so you can see how it is. You've got the popular posts here, you've got the categories here, but what we want is actually same thing yet again. We want the submission form. So again, this is probably needs to be more scaled down, so it can't have the comments box, for example, because it'd just be too long, I think. So, but name, email, phone number, postcode, and free pool inspection. So again, this doing exactly the same as all the other pages. It just looks a little bit different, so we can fit within this. So this goes here, and the popular posts and the categories gets moved down. And you can see here, add submission form to the right, move popular posts and categories down further at the bottom of the page. I'm not sure about what to do here, to be honest. So if you'll remember originally the reviews page, when you go into this, this reviews page looks a little bit differently. This hasn't got a big image like the other ones. It's just got this tiny little kind of banner thing, whatever it is. In an ideal world, we would like to, again, add a form exactly the same as the others, but I just don't know if this can work because of this picture here and the fact that it doesn't look like the other ones. So maybe you could leave this to last and then we can kind of discuss it from there. Awesome. And that's basically it. So we can talk through if you have any issues, any questions, but the PowerPoint